What's up guys, Sound Alchemist here, yet again to bring you more facts on the universe of Warhammer 40k. This time, we will dive into Khorne's demonic domain for 40 facts on Skarbrand. Skarbrand, also known as the Exiled One, is a massive bloodthirster of Khorne and is one of Khorne's greatest champions. He was, at one point, the mightiest of all bloodthirsters and the favored demon of the blood god. No demon had served Khorne more faithfully than he. Skarbrand had shed more blood than all of Khorne's followers combined. He led the greatest of armies and slaughtered untold millions for the blood god. Entire worlds were left as barren husks of their former selves after Skarbrand's wrath. One has to ask, how could a beast as powerful and murderous as Skarbrand be taken down? The answer lies in his dedication for slaughter and destruction, as well as a little help from the Lord of Change. Tzeentch, having witnessed the devastation of Khorne's favorite follower, saw that with his whispers and a bit of manipulation, he could fuel Skarbrand's anger and direct it to his whim. Little by little, Skarbrand lost his sense of control, until finally he was overtaken by his rage and bloodlust. Tzeentch directed Skarbrand to unleash his rage at the mighty blood god himself, Khorne. Khorne had not noticed that Skarbrand was being manipulated, and while his attention was elsewhere, his favorite bloodthirster struck him with a thunderous and mighty blow from his chain axe. The blow would have been strong enough to have slain an entire army, but against the Chaos God, it merely caused a tiny chink in Khorne's armor. Khorne's enraged gaze met Skarbrand. His anger was indeed a terrible sight to behold, and without any thought, the blood god picked up Skarbrand by his throat and squeezed his essence out until all that remained was the burning rage that fueled his foolish axe strike. Khorne raised Skarbrand for all to see. Each and every demon saw the might and rage of Khorne, and instantly knew that even the most powerful of all bloodthirsters was no match to that of the Chaos God. Khorne hurled Skarbrand across the realm of chaos. For 8 days and nights, Skarbrand flung with such speed that a trail of fiery destruction was left in his wake. With a massive impact, Skarbrand crashed, his wings torn apart, his body broken and battered. He laid here until his rage brought him to his feet. Khorne had exiled him. No longer was Skarbrand able to enter the domain of the blood god, and yet Skarbrand still fought in the name of Khorne. Although not as powerful as he once was, Skarbrand is still wrath incarnate. His rampages in the material realm still leave thousands massacred. In the early years of the 31st millennia, Skarbrand appeared on the agri-world of Geistos during the Geistos Cataclysm. This cataclysm began when a 12-year-old boy began having headaches. Soon after, they kept getting worse and worse until he was taken for medical assistance. The boy began chanting in a foul language, and his body became bloated. Flies bearing his face spewed from within his mouth. The boy's body burst open, and a demon portal emerged. Nurgle's minions poured out and began infecting the population with Nurgle's many diseases. The Planetary Defense Force quarantined the demons, but they were overwhelmed when Nurgle called in for Slaaneish's aid. Infuriated that Nurgle would call on Slaanesh before himself, Khorne unleashed his demons upon the planet as well. The PDF had no choice but to call in for reinforcements, and the Vorpal Sword's Space Marines arrived. After weeks of fighting, Skarbrand appeared, and within hours of his arrival, the entire population of the planet was either dead or had become plague zombies. The Vorpal Swords were taking heavy losses, but hope finally came to the Space Marines. The Grey Knights arrived to aid the Vorpal Swords in escaping the doomed planet. A short battle ensued against Skarbrand, but once all Marines were off the planet, the Grey Knights teleported away, and the agri-world of Geistos was destroyed via Exterminatus. A second sighting of the devilish Skarbrand was seen on the Cadian-held fortress world of Lutoris Epsilon. The Imperial Guard were fighting a losing war, and then things only got worse when Skarbrand entered the battlefield. Skarbrand's berserk rage infected many of the guardsmen and drove them into a maddening frenzy. They turned on each other, and quickly the Imperial Guard was no more. Lutoris Epsilon now belongs to Chaos. The records of the Blood Angel Space Marines speak of a great battle between their chapter master and the once favored bloodthirster of Khorne. The battle at the gates of Pandemonium was legendary. These gates bore witness at having Dante cleave Skarbrand in two with his mighty axe, banishing the demon back into warp space. Skarbrand is nothing more than a tortured shell of his former self, filled with pure madness and hate, bound by neither loyalty nor rationality, condemned to slaughter with no goal or purpose for all eternity. One thing is certain: where Skarbrand rages, blood and skulls are left. And there you have it, guys, the lore behind the devilish, the fiendish Skarbrand. Let me know what you guys want to hear from next time in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more epic 40k content. As always, you have known me as a Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate. And as always, I am signing out.